this video, I'm going to walk you through 21 effective Facebook landing page examples. So these are pages that I know have worked just through the interaction and the likes on their pages or their fans, or having them pointed out in demonstrations as effective landing page examples. So I'm just going to walk you through them and explain why each one is effective to maybe give you some ideas for your own business or Facebook landing page. So the first one is Starbucks. And as you might guess, Starbucks puts a lot of effort into designing things that are compelling and really kind of capturing that sort of tone or essence of their brand. Starbucks really tries to feel like they're personal and like they understand their customers, their consumers, their customers. And so this particular page has like a feel-good message where you're making someone smile, send them a light note. So they're sort of facilitating you feeling good and doing good things for your friends. And it's a nice clean page with a beautiful 3D image, not a lot of text, a very obvious green button to click to take your action. So it's a very obvious call to action. You don't need to scroll. It's a very basic page, and it's not directly promoting them. It's actually helping you do something nice for someone else, although it's indirectly promoting them. So it's a very clever page. And notice that they only use basically two main colors. So they have a green and like a golden color, and then variations within those tones. That helps it to simplify kind of the visual area so that your eyes can really focus. So using two colors as your main colors rather than using the full spectrum of colors often simplifies the design and makes it way more classy and easier to read. The next one is a page by Escape Studios. So what they do is they offer tutorials for animators. And so what they have on their Facebook landing page are some tutorials you can access immediately. You can actually click any one of those and it's a link that'll take you back to the page where they have that tutorial. So basically they just get you right into their content straight away so that you're not having to, click like or anything. Like, you just get to access their free stuff right away, and in turn it gets you to engage with them and takes you straight back to their website to get more tutorials. So it's a clever way of just putting out their best stuff so you can engage with them straight away. The next one is Volkswagen. This is an older campaign that they had a couple years ago, but the way that they've designed it so it's all, notice one main color, the blue. Notice again how that simplifies the design. It actually is like a playful, fun design, and there's quite a few little elements going on, but it's very easy to read and digest because of the simple use of colors and just the monotone color. So this is all in one screen. You don't need to scroll. And basically it's promoting their campaign, and it makes it easy to understand. Now, if you would look down, you can understand what it's about by reading the text, but you can kind of feel like you want to engage and it's playful, and then they have a little button that says let's roll. It kind of gives you a sense of, they're a playful company, and they've branded this really well to appeal to people that kind of have that playful nature that the Volkswagen tries to attract. Here's the Intel page. Now, what's cool about this page is that you can share the page immediately up at the top. There's like basically two ways to interact with this page. You can share it, or you can push the play button and actually learn more about it. So there's not a lot of distraction. It's very simple. And the key here is really simplifying, also because you're on Facebook, there's so many distractions anyway. There's the news feed, there's ads on the side, there's people, showing and posting activity all the time when you're on Facebook. So having if you design a page that's simplified with either limited color spectrum or limited elements on the page, it makes it a lot easier to digest. And that's what really seems to work in this particular page. And it gets people to interact and kind of understand what Intel is offering, but in a very simple, clean way. The next one is from College Humor, advertising their material in their show from Fired. So this is just a fun little graphic that really gets into the tone of the audience or the brand itself, and they're trying to appeal to the audience that is attracted to this particular show. So this is it's just neat because of the way they've juxtaposed it and the way they're again using two main colors mostly to get you to focus in on it. And notice how it says, watch this instant with your Facebook credits, right? So in the watch now, the main call to action is one main button. There's not a whole lot going on here. There's just kind of one call to action in simplified colors, again, so that you focus on it, you think it's cute, you click, that's it. There's not a whole lot of things to think about. Next comes from Man Packs, and Man Packs is something that, since it's a new product, you probably wouldn't know what Man Packs are, so it answers it, what's Man Packs, on the page itself, and yet it does that and presents this information still in a clean way, so that your main focus is on products and pricing, the big green button, and that's the main call to action, right? They want to take you back to their website to see descriptions of the product and their pricing. So the main thing they want you to do is click that button, and it's very obvious that that's the thing to do here on this page. They also include these logos of the different companies that you would probably recognize as a viewer, right? So even though you don't know what Man Packs are, they're qualifying themselves and basically giving themselves credibility by placing these logos subtly on the page. So you already know they must be, a reputable company. They must be something cool, because all these different logos and companies that you know have recognized them or featured them. So that's a really nice way of showing credibility and guiding people to check you out when you're a brand new product and no one's ever heard of you. The next one comes from Nutella, and Nutella just has a nice bold design. Notice again, there's basically two colors. There's brown and red, right? And notice how they're breaking the edges of the box, and that's always a really cool design trick, is to look at the angles and the boxes and the constraints that you have on a design and then break those edges, not everywhere, but in one or two key places to really direct the eye. Notice how the crumbs from the bread all go up to the like button. So it's a very visually pleasant image, and at the same time there's really, it's very obvious the direction of the view and the way they want you to look. They want you to look up and click the like button, right? So it's really nice how they've kind of subtly and yet very obviously directed you to hit the like button. The next one is another like button advertisement for Pizza Hut. Now notice that you get something if you like them. Like us to join the never-ending pizza party, right? You gain access to local coupons, product news, sweepstakes, and more, right? So you get something for liking them. And then secondarily, you can explore Planet Pizza Hut, and you can kind of see these links to other things that you might be interested in. But the main focus is to like, because you get something for doing so, right? So it's really great to offer something for someone in exchange for someone liking you. And the way they've laid out a lot of information here, but again, they've used colors in a way that makes the information easier to digest. So just notice how much is actually on this page, but yet you can still comprehend it, and the hierarchy of information is very obvious. The next comes from Miller Lite. Now, Miller Lite knows their audience quite well. They have an offer as well, so click the like button above for exclusive fantasy football content, right? So you get some exclusive content if you like them. And naturally, if their audience is here on this page, they're probably interested in getting this fantasy football content, right? So the way they've designed this, you can't quite see what's behind that message, but yet you know it's something kind of interesting, makes you want to like it. So that's a clever way of basically hiding but still giving a sort of a subtle sneak preview so that someone's enticed to like you. Next comes from Tic Tac. So Tic Tac, again, very obvious what to do. Like the button, like us, and you could enter to win prizes instantly. So you're getting something for liking them, and the design is very obvious what you need to do. It's clean, it's fun, it looks fun, and it looks playful, and it looks kid-like, and it looks like, there's a lot of energy on this page. Again, only using two main colors and then a third color for accent. So the blue is the accent, the yellow and the red are the two main colors that they're using. And again, all of the angles and the lines here are kind of enforcing or encouraging your eye to go up and click on the like button. So it's a cute way of getting you to click like, and it really emphasizes sort of the tone of the Tic Tac brand. Next is Kit Kat. Kit Kat, again, notice how they're using red, and they're really using this to draw your eye in. Because they've made everything red, this is something that can or cannot work in a design. Kit Kat really pulls it off nicely with the gradient and the shading. It's not, and it's kind of a brick red. It's like a darker red, so it doesn't really scare you. It doesn't scream or communicate emergency or anything to you. It looks interesting. So you got to kind of be careful with red sometimes because it can look like an alert message. It can communicate something that's an alert because we're so programmed with that. But in this case, it really works. And notice that you can pick a country to find out what's happening in the world of KitKat, and then they feature a place that there's something happening. So KitKat music break in the UK, right? So you get to see a little bit about what's happening, and you can click different areas to learn more. So it makes it fun and interactive for their audience that lives around the world to kind of engage and interact with their page. They don't have to even like the page, but they still get to interact with it. So that really seems to work because you get people interested because you're basically helping them to choose the information that they're interested in, and you're letting them engage with you to do so. Next is Gary Vaynerchuk. Now his page is very long, so it almost didn't fit on my slide here, but his page is fun because Gary Vaynerchuk is a personality and he's a marketing expert. He's a corporate he has a marketing agency. And so his page is fun because it has a 3D look and it has like a cut paper bulletin board kind of look. So it's visually attractive. It's something you can tell a lot of thought went into the design. And because it has that organic nature to it with like the handwritten font and the edges look like they're cut paper, it has your eye naturally look at it because it looks different than all of the straight linear lines of Facebook. So it really stands out because all these like cut paper edges really look 3D. And so it draws your eye in and it's fun. It's cartoony. It's a playful way of showing a lot of information and qualifying Gary Vaynerchuk. So he's basically giving you his background and who he is and where he's come from and what he's kind of done in his life that's made him famous. So you get to kind of experience all that quickly in one big long, it's kind of like an infographic. So it's been designed really well, and the way it looks has this kind of fun nature to it, so you kind of get a sense of his sarcastic, kind of playful, humorous edge, and at the same time you really also see that there's a lot of quality that's been put into designing this page. Here's another example of the handwritten demonstration of what works because it stands out. This is from Toyota USA. Now notice everything looks like it's been sketched in, and that makes a really cute design, and it contrasts nicely with the clean modern edges of Facebook and all the Facebook fonts, right? The handwritten font here and the sketchy look of it looks playful, and it doesn't occur for you like it's a car company trying to sell something. It looks like a playful, fun page to engage with, and it shows Toyota's personality, so they connect more on an emotional level with their audience rather than just being a car company promoting their latest vehicle line, right? So it really helps you kind of want to play with it a little bit. And there's a video. There's a cartoon video. So that doesn't look anything like a car company. So therefore, you might be more encouraged to click it just to see what it's about because it doesn't feel like a car promotion or a car ad. It feels like something kind of fun and entertaining. So they've really done a great job with conveying that here. Next is Sony Football. So Sony Football is giving you 5 ways to test yourself, to test if you know football. Now, for their particular audience, this is great because their audience is probably wanting to prove that they know football or they're interested in football. And by giving tests, people love to engage with quizzes and tests and trivia and things like that. And Sony really capitalizes on that, and they give you 5 ways to play with them, basically, and to prove that you know what you're talking about. So it's a fun thing, especially if you're catering to, say, teenage guys in their 20s or 30s. Like, it's a fun way just to have a little, to create entertainment and get your audience to engage with you by giving them opportunities to take quizzes or to take surveys. And they've laid it out visually in a way that's just very nice and clean. It's very obvious where you would click to engage with them. Next, we have one from Savvy Network Marketing Women. And what I liked about this one was that it's just very obvious what to do, and you can get something. You see what you get. You get the 70-minute audio for free if you enter your name and email. So this is a way to capture email addresses for their mailing list, and it works really well because there's not a lot of distraction and there's movement in the design. Notice the curvature on the side, and then on the page itself it just kind of creates this nice feminine flow. So clearly they're marketing to women, and then it's very obvious what they're offering, and all they're doing is offering something for free. So there's not a whole lot of distracting information on this page. It's just all about getting something for free. So that really works. Again, notice the 2-color design. This is from Skittles. I just like this one because it's a huge page. It looks huge, right? It's just a page, but it looks huge with their design, and the sort of gigantic nature of it has you follow. Your eye just follows that arrow, and you see the hey message, right? So it's a really clever way to have a fun design that's very obvious what you do or what you need to click next, and it just looks playful. It looks like a little machine or something that you get to click on. And then there's the to like Skittles. It's very obvious because they have a little word bubble above like Skittles on Facebook. You see that 19 million people have liked them, so they have the social proof, and it's just a fun, colorful page, and it really captures their brand as well. Mabel's Labels. I pulled this one out because they're a nonprofit and they're looking to raise money, and they do it in a nice, clean way, so you understand what they're up to, and you can sign up very obviously to get fundraising news or to help them, to contribute to them. So they have a very simple message. They have an image that naturally makes you feel a certain emotion when you look at this page. It's nice and clean. It's light pink and yellow colors, a cute baby, like all of it just says cute. So it really just puts them, and their logo is very cute, right? So you really feel happy and like lovely, and like you're in a, you're doing something good whenever you click the button to start today, or you sign up with your name and email for the fundraising news. It makes it very obvious what the next step is, and it looks nice and just like a lovely page where you know that they're up to good things in the world. Next is Toyota 4Runner. Again, we have this sort of organic cut paper or sketchy look, which does seem to work really well on a platform like Facebook, where everything else around it is distracting and looks linear. This hand-cut paper sketchy look really stands out, and it has a 3D look to it as well. So it's just a really nice design that doesn't have a whole lot on it, but it communicates what it needs to, and it has a certain tone and look that really fits the brand of the Toyota 4Runner. So the Toyota 4Runner is probably catering to people that are more outdoorsy, they want to adventure, they want to go camping, they're rough and rugged, or they're tough and rugged, or whatever, and that's sort of what the car is about, is being able to go out and adventure and all of that stuff, and that's really communicated in this very simple, organic, like crude design here. So very well done on Toyota's end. This is from Carrie Norfolk, and this is basically offering one thing: the best meals made in Norfolk delivered to your door via bicycle. Enter your email for the best deals in town. So there's not a whole lot going on. There's one image that communicates almost everything you need to know. You know something about bikes or whatever, maybe. With the text on the box, you understand what the bike means then. And so there's not a whole lot that needs to be said. It's just the offer and enter your email. Order now. Now, I probably would change order now, so it says like send me the best deals, right, instead of order now, because if I enter my email, I'm not sure what I'm ordering, right, because it says the best emails delivered, and enter your email for the best deals. So I don't really want to be ordering anything immediately. I just want to get something. So I might change that button text. But otherwise, the design really works. There's not a whole lot going on, but it communicates what it needs to. Then we have Pringles. So Pringles has just a cute design. Notice the flow of the angle with the chip. The chip makes kind of hides what's underneath, and it makes a really interesting way of directing your eye up to the like button. And then they have just very simple text. So again, the layout is simple, and it sort of has something that's going to reveal, and the way they use their chip is cute because they're the Pringles chip company. And finally, we have Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola is here they're indirectly promoting themselves by promoting something that they are a fund that they support. So you have a feel-good nature when you notice or you see what Coca-Cola is up to in the world. So they're not promoting their stuff, they're basically promoting the funds that they're working with and they're working in collaboration with. So that makes you, of course, like feel more goodwill towards Coca-Cola because they're featuring what they're up to in the world. And of course, you can like them. So like Coke, there's a button for that, right? And you'd probably be encouraged to like them if you're liking what they're up to in the world by working with the World Wildlife Fund. So it's another fun way of kind of indirectly promoting themselves by showcasing something that they're up to in the world that's like a do-good or a fundraising sort of thing, a nonprofit thing, or a way that they're contributing to the world. So really good way of showcasing what they're up to and still promoting themselves, but in an indirect way. So I hope you've liked these different designs on Facebook. Maybe it's given you a few ideas. If you want to design your own Facebook page and want to discuss ideas, you can always check me out at techdivamedia.com. And I hope to